Hey guys, welcome to Tall Tales with Taco Bell. It's January 2026. Where has the time gone? I tell you what, I've been a little bit busy this summer. I started a new project, upgraded to captain on the Boeing 787, which is the Dreamliner. Awesome as it sounds in its name. It is probably the best airplane out there flying. I know my 777 buddies will tell me I'm flying the light twin, but absolutely love the Boeing 787. It is fantastic. Because of that, had a month of school. So the way that works out, about a month of school in July, and then August you fly around with an instructor and you do what they call IOE, initial operating experience. And I went to Venice and Sao Paulo, Brazil, and Haneda, Japan. And then I came back and I just flew my butt off for September and October. I was gone of 4 trips a month. Got to do New Delhi. The picture on the intro was Taj Mahal. Got to go to Edinburgh, Dublin, London, some great places, a lot of fun. Shanghai, China, just just a blast. And tonight, I was in the schoolhouse, they call it, and I ran into a buddy of mine, Kevin Elmore, and Kevin is the one that got me spooled up for New Delhi to go fly over there. And I was talking to him in the cafeteria. I'm like, you know what? We ought to talk about layovers and what's it like because people have questions. They I got sent a couple questions, and then I also pulled up a couple questions that might be something on your mind. But without further ado, I'd like to bring Kevin Elmore on. How you doing, brother?
I'm great. I'm great. Good to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Are you kidding, man? This is going to be fun because you know what? It's two old dudes. We are the old dudes now, 60, right? We are the
That's
old
right.
guys. And
Yeah.
we've been there, done that, bought the T-shirt as I said in the intro, or not in the intro, but
Mhm.
on the description. I think my last count is about 58 different countries
Oh,
and
wow.
hundreds of cities, every state in the US for sure, including Alaska. But
Right.
every city that an airliner could fly to, or you could go non-rev to, I've done it, man, and it's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. I had some flashbacks when your video came up, especially with the approach to the carrier with the lens and everything.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Reminded
All right,
me of
so
the
you were a Hoover
carrier
guy.
landing. That's right. Yeah. Got a 700 and some odd arrested landings on 5 different carriers. So,
Holy crap, man! What was the most? That's a good question. What was the scariest incident you ever had trying to get back on board the boat? Did you ever have anything like that?
yes. A night recovery in an E2 actually. That was my first fleet aircraft that I flew, and I was out there with a buddy of mine who's retired now, but he was the aircraft commander in the left seat. I was in the right seat, and we took off and we had a chip light, which is not uncommon for a prop aircraft. But anyway, we went through the checklist, and just as a precaution, we had to shut down the left engine. So night carrier landing, single engine in a Hawkeye with no horizon, no moon. It was probably the scary.
You land a single engine on an aircraft carrier.
Yes, sir.
Holy, well, I guess there's nowhere to go.
We're blue water ops in the middle of the Indian Ocean, and there's nowhere to go.
Damn. Man,
So
I hope
that
the
was pretty
captain
scary.
broke out a little, medicinal jug of, rum for you and had a
We
shot up in the, captain's quarters.
we celebrated when we got when we got to the next port. Let's just say we had a good celebration. Yeah,
Dude, were your hands doing this when you got down and
man, I literally had a patch of sweat in the middle of my back when I got in the ready room. We
yeah.
walked into the ready room to a round of applause because yeah, it's a handful to bring that thing aboard with one engine.
You
You know.
you can't do a go round, can you?
Yeah, yeah, you can. Yeah,
Can you really?
but yeah, you because you're landing on the carrier with full power. As soon as you touch down, throttles go to full power, and just in case you skip that wire.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a ugly go around because you're gonna sink.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna probably sink 20 to 30 feet of the 50 that you are above the water. So it's scary. Yeah.
Yeah, but you also got a boot full of rudder in there to try to counteract all that power on the
Yeah,
one engine, right?
yeah, with the single engine, especially losing the left engine when you cob on the power, you're gonna actually yaw into the good engine. So
Yeah.
that actually helped because we
Wow.
lost the left. Yeah.
Dude, that is crazy. So how many years total did you have in the Navy?
I did 14 years on active duty, and
Uh-huh.
then I stayed in. So when I got out, I was a lieutenant commander. So I was
Uh-huh.
actually kind of too senior to grab one of the flying slots. So I was basically kind of an executive assistant type in the
Yeah.
reserves, but I did another 14 years on in the reserves. So I had 28 years active, or 28 years of service total.
Ah, sweet. Yeah,
Yeah.
29 years. I just actually have to go get our ID cards for the new 60, and you got to get the retiree
Right, right.
IDs. And so I got that going
Yeah.
next week, I think. But
Okay. Yeah.
s-
Yeah. The retirement's good too.
oh, yeah, yeah, it's not bad. It's worth staying in. So all you guys
Yeah.
listen, if you're in on active duty right now, either finish up in the reserves or if you're close to active duty, finish. It's worth it. Um,
Yeah.
I wanted to go into we fly for brand XYZ, and
Right.
starting 28 years ago, getting hired by brand XYZ, um,
Hmm.
I always found that the layovers, because you're on the 7-2 and the 7-2 3-man crew, people ask, what's your route? Well, let's dispel that. First of all, when you're at a big base and you're a junior person, you have no life because it's whatever, schedules calls for you and sends
Right.
you someplace. But on the other hand, if you are a line guy, you are junior, you probably get stuck with these really crappy trips. So if you're on reserve, you might get something really good that a senior guy like me calls in sick or whatever.
Right.
Um, but starting out, what was your favorite domestic layover when you started flying?
Had to be, being based in LAX, Hawaii, hands down.
Oh yeah,
Um, yeah, it was the closest thing. They considered it international because we flew over the legs over water.
yeah.
So LAX International, flying to Hawaii, Honolulu, Kona,
Maui,
Maui, and
Kauai.
Lahui,
Oh,
Hawaii.
Lahui.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It
man.
was by far the best times that I had, back in the day. Yeah.
You know what's funny? Do you remember when Osama bin Laden got killed? I remember when they captured him, killed him. I was out there and I just gotten done doing the blue. Is it a Blue Thunder, Blue Tropic helicopter deal where you show
Uh,
your ID and you can jump seat on the helicopter with them?
oh, God,
Blue
Blue
Island,
Hawaiian, Blue
Blue
Hawaiian.
Hawaii, maybe Blue
Yeah,
Island, Blue Hawaiian, something. They
yeah.
have these
We
really
had a
nice helicopters.
reciprocating. Yeah, we had a reciprocal jump seat agreement. Yeah, I've done that
Yeah,
three,
yeah.
three,
That
4 times. Yeah.
that was fun. I'm flying with this little Navy girl. She was a Navy helicopter H-60 pilot. Her husband was a coastie. They got married. They both got out. They're both flying the tours, and we're flying up a box. And she gave us a tour. Showed us where they filmed Jurassic Park and stuff. And we're
Yeah.
going up this box canyon, and I'm looking at the top of it, way up there, and she's
Right.
flying straight at the wall. And I'm like, surely this girl's gonna, because we can't outclimb the canyon. And she
Right.
turns around, she goes, "Hey, what'd you fly in the Marines?" I go, "C-130s." She goes, "Bet you can't do this." And she flies right towards the wall and does a pedal turn, flips the helicopter back, and we go back down the valley. I'm like, I had my
Wow.
heart going there for a minute, but that
Yeah.
was a memorable layover.
Yeah. That was Waimea Canyon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they call that the Grand Canyon of the West. Yeah, been in there, hiked that. What an adventure,
Oh God.
especially seeing it from a helicopter. Yeah.
And what were your layovers? Pretty long for Hawaii or typical 24 hours?
24-hour. Yeah, there were some 30-hour, but most of them were like around the 24-hour time frame, which is plenty of time. Like, and for me, I really went out of my way to enjoy the layover. So
Mhm.
I did a lot when I was out there, and I was training. I was a triathlete, so I was training for races and stuff. Swam, uh, the world championship course in Kona, the 1.2 and the yeah. Oh, that's Maui. Yeah,
Just having
that's
fun.
Maui. I had a captain, Michael Kieran, and he taught me how to paddle surf in Maui.
Uh,
Yeah.
See, never a dull time. You just on layover, you get in, hit the beach.
So much fun. So much fun. What the good times.
You know, the crews that you fly with, I find it I find it interesting. There are certain people that only do certain layovers. I mean, they've been
Hmm.
everywhere, but they get comfortable. Like this one guy, John, he would fly to Honolulu. He had an
Hmm.
old beat up VW van in the employee parking lot. As soon as
Right.
we landed, he'd jump in his van, change. He would drive out to the beach, throw on his wetsuit, go surfing,
Hmm.
come back, and he would play in a band with some band in some bar. And then he would go to bed, get up next morning, and he had a guy that was teaching him how to do inlaid wood jewelry boxes. There, I mean,
Hmm.
beautiful wood out there, and they
The
would be
koa.
inlaid with metal.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
koa wood.
and that was his deal. That's all he did.
Right.
Um,
Right.
and you never see him on a layover. I mean, he was gone. He would show back up at showtime at
Right.
the airport and get on the jet. But
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
he always had a good time.
I really I didn't mind the variety. There were certain things I liked about Honolulu. There were things I liked about Kona,
Yeah,
Maui, and if you liked hiking, uh, Kauai, Lahui was hands down the best.
yeah.
Yeah, such a great place to hike.
Oh God, it's beautiful too, and the weather is
Hmm.
is fantastic.
Yeah.
Um, you know, going domestic, I would do a lot of Mexico, Monterrey, Leon, Guadalajara, and
Hmm.
that would allow me to get the schedule I wanted on the F-100
Hmm.
as long as I had Mexico in there, um,
Right.
and maybe flying half the weekends. Then I got my number one top 5 choices.
Right.
But the one I really liked back early domestic was New York long layovers. I go to David Letterman, go to the David Letterman show downtown. Was
Hmm.
right by the what do we call that? Mildew Plaza, the
Oh
hotel.
yeah, the
Milford
Milford. Yeah.
Milford Plaza. We called it the
Yeah.
Mildew
Mildew. Yes, sir. I
because
remember
you
that.
walked in the room, the window was open, it had a steam
It's about this
radiator.
big.
It was about that big. Everything touched everything. You had
Yeah.
to bump the door to get into the bathroom.
Mm.
The window would be the heat would be on. You can't turn it off. You'd have the window open in the wintertime, try to get some cool air in, but then
Yeah.
you're putting up your earplugs because you've got all the sirens and police police
Oh
sirens
my
going
gosh.
off all night.
But what about the location? I mean, it was
That was worth it.
perfect. It
Yeah,
was so worth it. Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
you
that
were you
that
were
was
next
worth
to
it.
at least 3 or 4 Ray's pizzas, right?
Oh God, yeah, and just walking around, you would get probably 5 miles of walking and
Oh
just
yeah.
going to the sites and taking
Yeah.
pictures and whatnot. Toronto, I liked a lot. Did you ever go up
I
there? Did you do
I
Toronto
did
or Vancouver?
Toronto. Yeah, I did Toronto quite a bit. I like that layover. As in particular in the spring and summer,
Yeah.
because I used to go down and take the ferry over to, I forget the name of the little island over there, and you could walk and ride bikes over there. That was pretty cool.
Vancouver?
No, in Toronto. Yeah,
God,
there's
I
a
don't remember
ferry
that.
that takes you out to an island. Yeah, and then they had a market, like a farmers market on the
Yeah.
weekends. That was pretty good. Great Indian restaurants. Indian cuisine there was amazing. Yeah, I liked Toronto was good. Yeah.
Yeah, we stayed over in Mississauga,
Okay.
south of the airport. So the
Okay.
Korean, they had the Korean barbecue and a lot of sushi and the Indian. Yeah, that was fantastic.
Yeah, some good Indian food there.
I'm trying to think. Vancouver had probably the coolest airport I've ever seen. I like that place, and the layover was
I,
great. The Flying Beaver, go
yeah.
walk about 3 or 4 miles down where the beavers would land on the water,
Hmm.
and you just have a hamburger and beer and watch the airplanes take off and land.
I didn't do much Vancouver. One of the ones I liked in the Pacific Northwest was Seattle.
Oh yeah.
Um, and I'll tell you this story real quick. So, um, it's 4th of July, and I was on reserve, and I got called out on a trip, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna miss the fireworks. I mean, not that they wouldn't have them in Seattle, but anyway, go on this trip. It's a long layover. It's like a 24-hour layover. And for whatever reason, well, yeah, we stayed. I was looking forward to the short layover because it used to be the DoubleTree where you get your chocolate chip cookies.
Oh yeah.
But we were downtown, and so had this really unique opportunity to catch a fireworks show. Well, they had a barge out on the sound, and then they launched this MiG, like an old, I think it was like a MiG, I don't know, MiG 40 something, or I forget. But they did fireworks, and it was like a good 30-minute fireworks show from this MiG flying around over the sound, over the fireworks that were coming off the barge. It was
Oh wow.
probably the best fireworks show I've ever seen. And it was on a layover, just happenstance. It was incredible.
And,
Yeah.
I'm really bummed about that. That was one of the greatest layovers. Walk down to um, the pier, the market. What was that? Fish
Pike's
Pike's
Market.
Market. Pike's
Yeah,
Market.
where they throw the fish.
Yeah. Yeah, go
Yeah,
downstairs. There was a great restaurant overlooking the sound, and you go have breakfast, have a couple
yeah,
cups of coffee, walk around, look
yeah.
through some of those shops. But then it got to the point where you're having to walk around all the zombies.
Mm.
That place was just littered with nothing but drugged out zombies doing weird stuff. It got dangerous, and I
Really?
remember oh, yeah, it got so dangerous that they would put us up at the hotel next to the airport at, not even SeaTac. They put us
Oh,
right
wow.
at this hotel right across the street. We weren't allowed to stay downtown. That and Portland. Portland got weird too.
I don't
Dangerous.
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, the last two times I stayed in Seattle, we were downtown, and they have redone the wharf, the whole seaside part of it's all
Yeah.
redone. It's really nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice. Do you ever
some
do
good
the underground
seafood. What's that?
tour in Seattle?
No, no, never did that.
Yeah, you need to do it next time. They have an entire city that was covered up back
Oh
in
wow.
whenever they had a flood and fire, and they just rebuilt over top of everything. And then they were down there and they discovered, all these storefronts and everything that was street level back in the day in the 1800s, and now it's buried down way below. Yeah, it's
Oh
pretty
wow.
cool. I can't remember the year. I'd have to Google that one, but
Yeah.
that's that was a neat layover. Go and check that out.
Yeah.
You were talking about the fireworks. Uh, Once flew from Dallas to Chicago on July 4th. And
Mm,
it was the most incredible thing to be sitting there in the front with that 180-degree view, and it
mm-hmm.
was a clear night, and you're looking down across the entire Midwest is nothing but explosions.
Oh
Every
yeah.
single little town was blowing off their fireworks, and it was mesmerizing at 35,000 feet. You could see
Yeah.
far as the eye could see, just explosions. It was incredible.
Yeah.
That was memorable.
Yeah. Well, being LAX based, you get the fireworks from Disney, you get the
Oh,
fireworks
yeah.
from SeaWorld, and you get the fireworks from what's the other place? Six
Universal,
Flags,
Six Flags.
Universal Six Flags. Yeah. So you any given night you come back over, into the approach into LAX, and you can see fireworks pretty much every night. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. It's
Well, I
pretty
tell
cool.
you, the domestic side of flying is kind of fun, but after 3 or 4 legs, you're beat up, you're tired. I'm a one and done guy, and
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed when I moved over to the 7576.
Mm,
We would fly to Caracas, Venezuela, and
mm,
I told my daughter, I said, when we first started flying down there, that place was a great layover, and
mm,
then of course with everything that went on in the country and who took over, it went, and we had guys with a machine gun, had a guy with a M4 ride the bus with us to the hotel, and
mm.
that was the only place that we were not allowed to leave the hotel. We were forbidden.
Oh
They
wow.
had armed guards at the entrance. We had an armed guard on the drive. It was a very short drive, like maybe 10 minutes.
Mm.
We had to bring our own toilet paper because the hotel was always out of toilet paper.
Oh wow.
Um, there was like a barrio up behind us, so you could hear gunshots going off up there.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
and it was funny because it was the crew hotel, so every single airline crew stayed at this one place. Everyone was there, and so there'd be groups and gatherings in the common area, and they had a
Mm.
crew room, and you'd see everyone down at breakfast. But
That
yeah,
was
we'd
like the
go into
Sherry in Miami.
Caracas.
Sherry Fountain Blue.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
You talk about a fun layover. So I liked the transcons when I was on the 7576, and Miami was another one of my favorite layovers. There
Yeah,
was always something happening at the Sherry.
yeah.
Great hotel, big pool in the back, and then it's right on the beach. You could walk
Yeah.
out of the back of the pool right to the beach. I used to take my bike on that layover because with that one was a 24-hour, and I could usually ride my bike from Miami to Hollywood and back. That was probably about a 40-mile ride.
Holy moly!
Run on the beach. Yeah, it was Miami's always that was always a favorite too.
Now, how'd you
Yeah.
bring your bike, or did you leave it out there? Bring it out and leave it?
No, I would bring my bike with me. Just take the wheels off, put it in a bag, stow it in the cockpit. Yeah.
Really?
Well,
Wow.
I was a hardcore, I was a Team USA triathlete, so
Oh, well, okay.
I was racing probably 20 Sprinter Olympic races a year and doing nationals and world championships. So I was pretty hardcore into that.
Damn, I didn't
For
know that, dude.
Yeah, I was Team
I learned something
USA
new.
for yeah. I got probably yeah 10 Team USA starts. One winter triathlon start where that was really cool in the Italian Alps and
Wow.
Asiago in Italy. Yeah, so.
That's amazing. I did not know that.
Yeah, yeah, I did that for quite a bit up until I got sick. So
Did did you ever race against Lance?
I did actually. I wasn't racing against him because he was in the pro uh, category,
Uh-huh.
but I did the half Ironman out here in California, the Super Seal, and it's in Coronado, and he was racing, and of course, he actually did that. This is incredible. The guy did the entire race in his speedo, and he set the course record, 70.3. So it's a 1.2 mile swim, a 56-mile bike ride, where he smoked everybody, and a 13.1 or a half marathon. And yeah,
Jeez.
yeah, so I got pictures with him out there on the course, on the bike course.
Oh, that is amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Well, what is your favorite international layover now?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to say, um, I'm gonna have to say Amsterdam, Zurich. That was Zurich just last week.
Okay.
Um, Amsterdam, Zurich. Okay, they're all. It's hard to pick a favorite.
Yeah.
Barcelona is amazing, especially out there towards the where the W is on the beach.
Yeah.
Just incredible views. Lots of places to walk and run and work out. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna say my top is probably Amsterdam, and then you have to qualify it. Like, so if you say what's my favorite to eat, Rome is definitely one of the top to eat, like
Right.
food, really good food. But then Paris is also amazing. It's hard to pick one.
Yeah, it and it depends too because you travel around, you got friends. Like I'm gonna show
Right.
this picture. I've got my friend Kevin Brown and
Uh,
Keith Banfield. I've got a picture of them around here too. Um, I took the crew. We went over to London. He picked us up in his armored scout car and drove the whole crew in that armored scout car and gave us a tour of London.
wow.
I
Look
mean,
at that.
that was a blast. And Amsterdam, I loved the flowers, how beautiful it was
Yes.
everywhere.
Yeah,
They
and the
had this,
tulips, they have some great tulips too. Oh, look at
yeah, they
that.
had the
That's
tulips. The
pretty
bike
cool.
with all the flowers. It was artwork that the guy um, goes around. Of course, all the boats and the people
Yeah.
living on the
Hmm.
boats. I thought that was kind of
Yeah,
cool.
very
You've
cool.
been you've been to Shanghai, right?
I have, yeah, some good shopping there in Shanghai.
Oh God, yeah.
Uh, and we used to do Beijing. I got a chance to do a Beijing trip where we had a 36-hour layover, and I was able to get out to the wall, which was incredible.
Ah,
That was amazing.
dude, I had picked up a Chicago TDY for 30 days, and
Uh,
we got Beijing. We were going
yeah,
to
so
Beijing all the time
Chicago
out of
had that.
Dallas,
Yes, but
but
Chicago had the longer Beijing.
they had the longer Beijing, so we're really psyched. We had a tour guide set up to drive us out to the wall and whatnot. Well, I go out there and I'm doing the pre-flight, and the mechanic's sitting there looking at the panel right in front of the CAC,
Mm.
and he's just kind of sitting here like this. And I walk up and I go, What you looking at?" And he goes, "Does that look right to you?" And I'm looking at this thing. I'm like, "Wait a minute!" And I push on it, and it had delaminated right there,
Oh,
that panel. They pulled the airplane out of service to fix it. So we
mm.
lost that trip, and I remember the captain was quite miffed. Taco,
Ah,
you screwed my trip. I'm like, yeah, well, safety, baby, safety. But
yes, yes.
I do love, like Venice, walking through Venice and the canals. And if you're a fan of um, Lost Crusades, that's that's the quote library that Harrison Ford went into, and then right
Oh, wow.
down below where that kid is, that was the second movie with Harrison Ford and Sean Connery. And where
Okay,
that kid's standing, they had built they did like a hole, and it was like a sewer that they came out of right down there, and they had tables set up out there. Yeah, that was kind of fun.
very cool. Yeah, Venice is a really interesting town where you don't need a car, you can walk around, have
Yeah,
the water taxis. Venice is really cool. I've
yeah,
actually
the water
never
taxis and the
flown,
bus.
yeah, never worked a trip. I've been there on vacation though, and loved it there. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a nice hotel. People always ask what are the hotels like. I'll tell you, for the most part, ex- international, all the hotels they're like 5-star hotels.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And I feel sometimes I get into the room, I look around, I go, "What the hell did I do to deserve this?" I
Yeah.
mean, incredible. How about Delhi? When you walk into the room, you get undressed, you throw in your gym stuff, and then you ring up the phone. You go, "Yeah, if could you pick up my uniform, please?" And they'll dry clean your uniform.
Dry clean
Um,
your uniform for you. I heard they do that in Doha too, but
oh,
what
Doha,
what I like about Delhi, aside from the calling the cleaners, is you can call down. Uh, and I'm a shower guy, but
yeah.
they have this incredible bathtub, and so I said, I'm going to try take a bath, and you can call down because the flight attendant said, yeah, you can call down and they'll bring up bath salts for you.
Oh, wow. No wonder
So
they're slam clickers.
I ran up. Well, this was after I went to the Taj,
Right.
and I came back and I just, it was an all day thing because it's a 4 hour drive there, 4 hours back. But I came back and draw a nice hot tub of uh, water and called downstairs. They brought me up some bath salts, and I
Yeah.
travel with my little portable Bluetooth Bose speaker,
Yeah.
and man, I was in heaven. I was in heaven. It's funny, these international hotels. You like you said, you kind of got to pinch yourself because it's like, it would cost an arm and a leg to stay in these places if you were having to pay for
Oh,
it. Since we work for XYZ, it's all paid for. And I used to gauge hotels by the gym. I didn't care what the room was like. If the gym was good, it was good hotel.
right.
But now now it's funny how my focus is shift to how's the breakfast?
Yeah. Yeah. Is it free?
Yes.
Sometimes you will walk down to a buffet and it is free, and other times
Yeah.
it's $20, not a big deal. But
Right.
they do have Buenos Aires. When we went down to BA, the
Oh,
crew,
yeah.
we would meet down in the crew room. It'd be New York, Chicago, LA, Dallas, Miami, and you would have three per crew. So this whole
Mm,
gaggle of folks, 15 folks or whatever, would go walk into a restaurant, and you would get
mm,
beef DeLoma. You would get a steak that thick, a ribeye that you could
mm,
cut with a butter knife.
mm.
Oh my God, I'm getting hungry thinking about it. The
Yeah.
spinach, the cream spinach, the ribeye, a bottle of wine, the bread to
Yeah.
die for.
Yeah.
Um, and
Doesn't the food seem to taste better abroad
it does.
to me?
Well, it doesn't have all that crap in it that we have.
Yeah. Yeah.
The bread
I
that you could eat a baguette over there. In the United States, if I had a baguette from Kroger, an
mm,
hour and a half later, I'd be starving.
right.
You eat a baguette over there, and you're not noon rolls around. You're like, man, I'm not even hungry. You
Right.
know.
Right. Yeah, the
Uh,
butters and creams and all that stuff just tastes so much better, richer.
oh, you were talking about India.
Yeah.
Um, the relief captain, he goes, "Hey, when we get to the airport, I'm going to KFC to go get fried chicken."
No
And
way.
I'm like, really? And he goes, yeah. Do you want some? And I'm like, yeah. I'm going to get there early, get everything start going. Could you get me a couple thighs? Yeah, sure. I am telling you that was absolutely hands down the best fried chicken I've ever had in Delhi.
Really?
And oh yeah, and so what's funny is you've got Burger King in Delhi, and I
Right.
asked Meander, I go, all right, Burger King serves hamburgers. And he goes, oh no, not in India. In India, we serve chicken sandwiches,
Ah, yeah. Yeah,
and
because
they
that
can
makes
cook the
sense.
hell out of chicken.
Right, right. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fantastic. So next time you go to Delhi, go upstairs, and there's a KFC right up there. You'll grab a couple pieces of that, and I'm telling you right now, I got it. He handed me the box. The FO is looking over at me, and he's salivating. I'm like, here you go. I gave him one. It was
uh,
so damn good. Big pieces of chicken. And I remember in Tokyo, I wanted some KFC, in Okinawa when I lived over there.
yeah.
And I went to this place and I paid, this is 94. I paid $8, which is very expensive for a two-piece dark combo. And it
Mm.
looked like little pheasant hens, little game hens. What do you call those? Cornish game hens?
Cornish. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I felt like Tom Hanks, eating
Oh,
eating the
the
corn.
little corn.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my
Oh my
God.
gosh. So when now in Delhi, if you go out the back of the hotel,
Mhm.
that plaza back there, there's a place called, I think it's called Naha Cafe.
Uh-huh.
Have you been there?
No, I took your advice, right? I went down to the
Mhm.
Taj. It
Yeah.
was a 3-hour drive. We got up at 3:30, met them at 4. We got down
Mm,
there exactly at 7. We got the tickets, walked through, got to the Taj, went through the line, went
Mm.
through the back, circled back around, took some photos. They tried to sucker us into going to that, uh, the sales, "Hey, come on, see where
Oh yeah,
the artist,
yeah. Try to
relatives are
get you to
still
buy
here,
stuff. Yeah,
and you can buy a table, inlaid marble and all that."
right.
And I'm
Oh,
like,
I
"Look,
did.
man, I'm tired. I wanna go home, wanna go back, go to bed." But, yeah, we did that. As soon as we got back, we went to the restaurant and had dinner, lunch, and then I went upstairs and I slept, 8 hours straight. I was
Oh wow.
whipped.
Yeah.
But it's 16 and a half hour, flight back, so that was, nice rest to have, to be
Oh
up all
yeah.
night.
Those augmented crews are great. You're getting, like four. Oh, you're getting probably 3:45 to 4 hour rest, and
Yeah.
you get two of those. So, a lot of people ask, "Well, gosh, that's a long flight. How do you do that?" And it's like it's no harder than a transcontinental, really. You're
Mm.
not in the flight deck more than what, 3.5 hours, maybe four
Yeah, 3 and a
tops.
half hours on, 3 and a half hours off, 3 and a half hours on,
Yeah.
and then 45 minutes later, you're there. What was the
Right.
deal with this? Where was this made?
This
The
was
hat?
actually in Fort Worth at Mavericks. I got a
Ah,
custom, first time I ever bought a custom cowboy hat. And
oh,
I'm
nice.
telling you, that is a heck of an experience if you haven't done it. But that gentleman, I think his name was Matt,
Uh-huh.
I want to say, he fitted me, and I was in there for a good hour and probably an hour and a half.
I wondered
Um,
about that. I thought that might be down, South America somewhere.
oh no, that's actually Fort Worth. Yep.
And what about this with the crazy, where was that?
That was with their brother Meninder in one of those fabric stores. They got fabrics and fabrics. So I bought the whole traditional garb there. I actually got three of those vests because
Uh-huh.
they go good with like just a regular T-shirt. And if you don't want to wear a jacket, they're pretty nice to wear with a pair of jeans.
That's nice. That's
Yeah.
your new layover duds?
That's my yeah. Next time I go for, I told Meninder I'd come back, like a non-working trip, and we'd go out, and I told him I'd wear that when
Oh,
went out.
that's cool.
Yeah,
I
the
love this shot.
Taj. Yes, that place is incredible. I mean, the marble, like if you just, it's just so much more of a life-changing experience when you see it and you can go up to it and learn how it was built and why it was built, the history behind, that building is basically a mausoleum. It's a laying ground for the king's uh, deceased wife.
Yeah.
And it's
What
pretty incredible
what
when you think of
what people don't realize that when you look at that giant structure,
it.
you would think that there would be offices, people
Right,
working, but when you
right,
walk in, you can see straight up to the top where your finger is
right.
in the roof, and it's all open.
Yep,
There are no worker bees, offices, manager up there. I mean, if that was America, you'd have Disney World next door. But,
right.
it was probably the most, I mean, this picture says it all right there when you look at,
Mhm.
you come right out of the gatehouse, and then you see the Taj, and it
Right.
almost looks like a matte painting.
Hmm. And it's incredible too, like the symmetry that on this building,
Yeah,
considering they didn't have, the traditional, like they didn't have the equipment that they have today to make it so symmetric. It was
yeah,
all just it's magic,
eyesight.
PFM,
Yeah,
eyesight.
yeah, pure magic, man, really is, and that was out of all my layovers, that was probably one of the absolutely coolest. There was the gatehouse that you had to
Yep.
walk through. I mean, that big giant
Yeah.
building, there are no offices in there.
Another structure with, look how symmetric everything is, just equal on either
Yeah,
side. Yeah, just
and for those
really
for those who don't know,
incredible.
when the king I guess he told me he had 100 wives, but he had 3 favorite wives,
Right.
and when his, favorite wife, one of his 3 favorite wives, was giving birth, I think, 14th kid, and she died. She was having trouble, and she thought, "Well, if I die," she goes, "I want you to promise me that you'll never get remarried, you'll take care of the kids, and you'll build me a little tribute for putting
Mm,
up with you and having 14 kids." And he's like,
mm,
"Oh, yeah, no problem." And that's what he built, mausoleum, just
yep.
like you said. I mean, it is just built for his wife, that whole thing.
Hmm. Yeah. And the other incredible thing was after it was built, he wanted to make sure that these people that he used to build this thing never would build another structure.
Another yeah,
So the rumor is that they cut off the hands, which is not necessarily true in the sense that he didn't physically have their hands cut off, but he did build a whole city to where they
to
had to
keep him.
stay to keep
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically kidnapped all the fine marble artists
Right.
in Iran, and they were
Right.
Persian in Iran.
Which is which is why I was so I I wasn't gonna buy anything, but I thought I really liked. I mean, and that's just not regular marble. It's like a special marble. It's translucent, and then they do the inlaid stone into the marble, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I wanted a piece of the Taj in my house. I thought that was pretty special the way that was done.
Yeah, my RC goes, "Hey, look, Taco, if you go to that place with him, you're gonna spend about $1,000 and you're gonna get back even later, and you're gonna be really, really tired." And I go,
Yeah,
"Note to self."
yeah,
But I mean, it's
yeah.
hard not to walk around Dublin, um, like
Oh,
walking around Dublin, Ireland, and it looks like this, and
almost
everyone's
forgot
out in
about
force.
Dublin. Yeah.
Oh,
And
Dublin.
during the holidays is just crazy.
Oh, it's crazy. That was one of
I
the
didn't.
bars.
I should have sent you a picture that we went to the Temple Bar
Oh,
during
yeah.
Christmas. You have a
That's it right
picture?
there.
Yeah, yeah. You should see the inside of that place during Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
It's just uh, I've never seen anything decorated as much as it was. That's pretty.
Edinburgh. That was Edinburgh, walking around there. I mean, that people, they when you say what's city's your favorite? Well, like you were saying, romantic. If
Hmm.
I was to say romantic place to go visit,
Hmm.
it would be Mackinac Island up in the upper UP,
Hmm.
Austria, Salzburg, Austria,
Hmm.
where up in the mountains where they film Sound of Music.
Hmm.
Cocos Island for tropic. Cocos Island out west, about 1,000 miles west of Darwin, Australia,
Hmm.
on the way to the Indian Ocean. That's kind of romantic. Exciting was Hong Kong. Hong Kong
Hmm.
is like New York City, only you're walking around, it smells like Chinese food. I mean, the whole place.
Yeah.
That was really nice. Shanghai, the cleanest city you've ever seen.
Oh, well, that's it. It's a close to me. Singapore is the cleanest.
Oh, I have not been
Singapore,
to Singapore yet.
you could eat a piece of meat off of the train floor.
Oh,
It's really they don't play either. If you litter in Singapore, you'll get arrested.
well, that's where that kid got caned, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
That guy yeah,
yeah.
got his butt handed to him by those dudes.
Yeah,
Um,
I was based in Japan when I was in the Navy, so I spent a lot of time in Asia, Singapore, Hong Kong, the
yeah,
Philippines. Yeah,
Philippines crazy.
great places.
Australia. Yeah, right, mate. Australia is
Yeah.
quite nice. Yeah, brilliant. Um, Tokyo, I absolutely love Japan, and I love the
Hmm.
people.
Hmm.
Um, the food is phenomenal. The people,
You can get Blanton's bourbon.
y yeah, you get Blanton's over there cheap. I have to work on that next trip
Yeah,
because 'cause I'll
go
start
get
doing a
you.
bunch of Haneda.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
You'll gain more friends when you bring home Blanton's.
hey,
I
here's your
brought
birthday
home
present.
3 bottles. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Um,
That's a
Rio,
generous birthday present.
yeah, talking about 30-hour layover or more.
Mm,
I got stuck on the 6-day Rio de Janeiro trip.
okay.
And for whatever reason, you fly down there and then the airplane flies back and then you're stuck until about 4 or 5 days later and the next airplane comes in and then you fly that back. But it's kind
Oh
of a weird
wow.
transition at the
It's
end of the
like
month,
a
beginning of the month.
60-hour layover or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was crazy. We did the rainforest, did Christ up on the mountain,
And
Sugarloaf,
Cristo. Yeah. Yep.
yeah, Cristo. Watched all the hang gliders flying around through
Yeah.
through the fog. I mean, those
Did you make it up to Lapa?
no.
Lapa is a really interesting city. If you go, I think it's west of Ipanema, and then it's quite a bit of elevation. It's probably like a couple thousand feet, but
Uh-huh.
it's in the hills, and they have a kind of their version of the Spanish Steps up there. They're painted. Really good food. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
Lapa's a great place. Yeah,
I did do the Barrio across the street from the Sheridan there.
yeah,
After the Olympics, the Army had gone in there and tore all the uh, bad guys out.
mm,
It was fairly safe. I mean, I took flight attendants. We walked to the very top of the mountain up there,
mm,
overlooking the Sheraton and Ipanema and
mm,
um, Rio. I mean, it's beautiful up there. And nice little restaurants along the way. You could stop in, have a drink and whatnot.
yeah,
I really enjoyed that. That was one of the most expensive layovers I've had. Food was not cheap, and
yeah. In
drinks.
Rio, really?
Yeah, Rio was expensive.
Oh wow.
Um, and then it's kind of like England. It used to be so cheap going to Madrid. You go to Madrid or you go to Rota, Spain.
Mm, mm.
In the Marines, and it was super cheap. And Italy was super cheap. And now everything with euro, it's like, God, man, I don't know how the average person even survives over there, money
Yeah,
wise.
it is pricey. We talked about favorite places. I love Switzerland. It's hands down just
It's expensive.
it's got everything. It's got good food. It's got, you can go north towards, Grindelwald and Wengen and all the really nice mountain towns, kind of more like a German feel, or you can go
Yeah.
south to Lucerne and Zurich and Interlaken and Lucerne, more of a French feel. But man, it's expensive. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it is pricey. It is pricey.
Yeah. Switzerland, I stayed in Interlaken, went skiing up there, and
Mm.
that was an expensive deal, but enjoyed it, enjoyed the hell out of that.
Yeah.
Um,
And you talk about, I mean, my thing is swimming. The lakes in Interlaken.
yeah,
I mean, you could
cold.
darn near. It wasn't bad. I swam. I I swam for probably about a half an hour. It was 75 degrees, which is not too cold, but it's
Really?
not it's not warm.
Yeah.
But you could drink the water while you're swimming. It
Clear.
was that refreshing. Yeah, clear. It was really nice. Yeah.
God. Well, where are you gonna go next? What's your next trip?
I have a Paris on Friday.
Oh, dear.
Even
Nice.
yeah. In the Paris, I got a Doha this month, and I have a Amsterdam. Yeah, another Amsterdam.
You've got the Doha, so I've heard that the captain suite is literally like a mini apartment.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I I hadn't heard that.
Oh, yeah. Don't let the number 1 jip you out of your room, dude. That is
Okay.
the captain's condo. The guy that flies the trip, I was looking at buying one, but I was
Uh,
getting screwed up with the whole AMOC thing. And
uh,
he goes, "Listen, if you get this trip, they're gonna give you the captain's condo." He goes, "Invite the whole crew up,
mm,
and order some hors d'oeuvres and have a little party for them because it's kinda nice." And I'm like, "It's kinda
okay.
like rubbing your nose in it though, isn't it?" And he
Well,
goes,
that's
"Nah."
good to know.
No, he
That's
goes,
good.
"You're sharing the view, and this place is like, the presidential suite would be a equivalent in the U.S.
Uh, Glad we
So
had this conversation because I didn't know about that.
yeah, so
Uh,
you want to make sure the flight tent number one doesn't steal your room.
Okay. Yeah, I had a 5 day uh, Barcelona, but it's the one where you have to work Philly to Dallas, and then it's a
Mhm.
24 hour in Dallas, and then Dallas to Barcelona, and reverse on the way back. But I traded it for Doha because it's the Dallas trip wasn't commutable,
Yeah.
so I can fly out the day of.
Well, good.
Um,
You're gonna have a good time, man. You have to give
yeah,
me a sit rep on that one.
yeah, looking forward to it because I hadn't been to Doha. It's going to be my first time.
Well, I haven't done Brisbane started. I want to head down to Brisbane, but that started in October, and I had the Delhi lined up, and I couldn't
Hmm.
pick up. So I want to do a Brisbane or Sydney. And my
Yeah.
cousins live in Sydney. My biplane is in Brisbane,
Oh
and
wow.
Heinz just said, "Hey, G'day from
Good
Brisbane.
eye.
Hey, G'day from Brisbane team. Yeah, right, mate. Brilliant.
Yeah.
All right. Hi, and what do you say? Singapore. Oh yeah. There we go.
Yeah. So Brisbane, if you ever get a chance to go there, vacation wise, you can take a uh, uh, little prop plane over to the oh gosh, the Whitsundays, Hamilton Island, and
Yeah.
it's like their Hawaii. It's their version of Hawaii. The
Oh
tropical
wow.
trees, the birds. It's like Hawaii, but on steroids. Because the
Really?
birds, the kangaroos. I mean, it's just koalas. It's amazing place.
This is down in Brisbane.
Yeah, it's right
Oh,
off the coast. It's like a 45-minute flight from Brisbane, right off the coast there to the east. And yeah, the it's right there on the Great
yeah.
Barrier Reef.
Fraser
It's an
Island.
incredible Fraser Island. Yeah,
Yeah.
Hamilton and Fraser.
Well, I think we're definitely going to have to do that. That'll be on the list. I don't. I don't. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to be stuck doing like Haneda or Frankfurt for a while, and then
Mm,
if I get proficiency flying, I'll pick up a Shanghai for sure, because the
yeah.
AMOC kind of screws me on both ends for such a
Mm,
long trip. But I really
right.
want to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were talking about being on the road for holidays. Christmas. How many Christmases over the years do you think you've been on the road? And what's your most memorable?
Uh, wow. Uh, Probably, I don't know, maybe just a handful. Um, Actually, this Christmas I was on call and then got called out on a trip to Barcelona.
Uh-huh.
Um, but it's just like when we were in the military. Sometimes you have to celebrate on a different day. Um, they were serving dinner at all the airports. Um, so I had a Christmas dinner at Philly Airport, which was pretty nice. But my favorite Christmas trip, again, I'll have to go back to Hawaii. Um, Flew to Hawaii, and they had an amazing spread in the hotel restaurant, and it was free for the cruise.
Yeah.
So we all met downstairs, had some drinks and ate a really nice Christmas dinner. But that was in Honolulu. That was probably my favorite.
I think I was sitting here looking for a photograph. I think my favorite Christmas layover was Christmas Eve. I flew Dallas to DC, Dallas down to Belize,
Mm.
and I was down in Belize, and I'm standing at the gate, and this guy comes up to me, and he's like, "Mitch Taco Bell," and I'm looking at him
Ah,
like, God, I don't recognize him. And he goes, "Man, it's me, Desi from the Marines." And I'm like, dude, East Coast, West Coast, the war, I'm having a brain fart. He goes,
Uh,
dude, TBS 88. And then we went to flight school, but then he DOR'd and
oh wow.
he
Okay.
just, they got him out of there out of Corpus and he was gone. Um, and so we sat down, we had rekindled a relationship. It was friggin' awesome. He owns a hotel down there in Key Cocker, one of the islands just north of Belize. So we flew down there, and the next day, the captain Perry Brown, we jumped on a puddle jumper for $50, and we flew over to Key Cocker, and we stayed at his hotel and went swimming with the manta rays.
Hmm.
Had lunch there, seafood. It was just that's a very memorable coming home to Dallas cold, and I'm sunburned from
Oh,
swimming with the manta rays.
okay.
That was a good time, you know?
Wow. I sent you a picture of the lake at Interlaken.
Oh, I got it. You sent it to my phone. Yeah, let me, shoot this. Oh, yeah. Let me, see if I can copy this and send it to myself. I don't have Jamie like Joe Rogan does, so you'll have to sit and tell a story, while we're sitting here talking. What other good, crazy layovers have you had?
Uh, gosh. New York's were always good. Miami's were good. Oh, so my one of my favorites. I had just checked out as a first officer on the 7-6 International, and was coming back off of active duty. I had a 2 week active duty in Korea for ultra focus lens, and I get
Oh,
this
yeah.
Paris trip, and it was. A great crew. I knew the captain. I had flown with him before, and like three or four of the flight attendants. So, and that at that time we were staying at a hotel that the rooftop lounge had a direct view to the Eiffel Tower. So
Oh,
it's
wow.
just an absolutely gorgeous setting, in Paris. So we went up there, we had some drinks, and then we went out in town to a local restaurant and had a really good meal, and then we went back to the rooftop there and finished up. But um, it was an incredible trip, and we got back the morning of September 11th.
Oh,
Um, and that was L.A. to Paris. That was that was one of the premium trips in the L.A. base. But we never flew that trip again. That was it after 9/11. It went away.
oh,
Now all they do out of LA is London. No more Europe out of LA, which I think is
really?
sad.
Uh,
Yeah.
well, hold on one second. I've got that picture I'm pulling up. I'm working on this here. And me, what other good places?
Let's see. Let me think. Uh, Gosh, Fort Worth actually was always a fun layover.
Uh-huh.
The stockyards. Um, Always had a good time there. Good food, good people, good crowds, lots of good sights to take in domestically. If we're going to go back to international, Sydney is a great layover. Um, the iconic amphitheater and the bridge. I've always wanted to go there for the see the fireworks. I heard the fireworks on New Year's Eve is pretty incredible.
Mm.
Never, never got a chance to see that.
See, my cousins live in Sydney,
Okay.
so I took my wife down there, and we stayed we stayed in at their house. Um, sorry, I missed. We stayed at their house. We got in after basically went L.A. to Auckland, stayed with some friends in Taupo, then
Hmm.
Auckland to Sydney, Stayed at my cousin's house, Roger, and then we went up to Tokyo and then
Hmm.
London. Went to a wedding and then up to Scotland, Edinburgh, Glasgow, Aberdeen, Glasgow, Edinburgh, back to Glasgow, back to Chicago, and then back to Dallas. So
Wow,
we went around the world and it took about
that's a heck of a trip.
30 days. Yeah, it was crazy. Let me pull this up while I'm talking to you because I've got your trip,
Okay.
and that's incredible. Here, where were you? Where were you here for that? I mean,
So I
was
had
that
a
on America? On
no, that was a I was there for the World Championships in 2019 for the Triathlon World Championships in Luzon.
uh,
So we flew into Zurich, then we went up to Wengen and stayed a couple of days in Wengen and Grindelwald, and then we went to Interlaken, Lucerne, and then down to Luzon, uh, and then spent a couple of days in Evian also.
dude,
It
you're a
was
stud. That
Yeah, it was a fun trip. It was a really fun trip.
I've got to do a shout out because I'm sure Kevin is still on, but there's Kevin and Keith Banfield, my two English buddies, UK buddies that take us out. And do you remember walking to that place right there, Churchill Arms?
Uh, where is that?
That's in
And
Kensington Gardens.
oh no, I've never been there.
If if you ever get a chance to go to Churchill Arms, that place is a blast.
Okay.
Has the best Thai food in the back outside
Oh
of Thailand.
wow,
Best Thai food
very
I've ever
cool.
had. And then you remember this?
Oh yeah, Tiananmen.
Yeah,
That's the
walking around.
square.
Yep, Tiananmen Square.
Yeah, that was not that far from the hotel actually in
Yeah, no,
Beijing.
it wouldn't. It wasn't that bad. Probably 15-minute walk or whatever. That was a bizarre
Yeah,
place to stay in Beijing.
yeah, yeah.
I used to type up fake orders, like movement orders.
Uh-huh.
Operation Sandstone. I would just sit in my
Okay.
office and type up bullshit. And then I would go down to the S2 and I'd have the guys, "Hey, let me borrow that top secret stamp," and I would stamp it, and I would take it I would take it with me to Beijing, and I would
Oh
crumple it up,
no.
throw it in the trash can,
Oh no.
and I would come back from shopping, and my trash cans was empty, right? There was no trash in
Oh,
there. There'd be
you're
little
lucky you
chocolates
didn't
on
get
the pillow.
arrested, bro.
They're like, "There's some top secret thing, operation. This stupid Marine would throw it away." Little did they know I was just bored sitting there typing up bullshit.
Oh
The
my
35th Mu on August 27th will move out to, Singapore, and then from Singapore they'll begin the base of operations. We're going to
oh my
include the
gosh.
7th BSP. I was just making up units and
You
whatnot.
are a nut,
Yeah,
man.
Chinese probably got me on the list. That's why my visa took so long to get.
Yeah, they
Oh
got your
God,
number, brother.
they got my number.
Got your number.
But if you ever make it over to the UK, let me know. I'll get you hooked up with these two guys. The guy on
Okay.
the right, Kevin, has the ferret, and Kevin is a no kidding tour guide. Like you're driving and he's giving you a tour. Oh, do you like the movie? Oh, the guy that was married to Guy Ritchie, married to Madonna.
Uh-huh.
Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels. He loves that movie, so he'll take you through and show you where they filmed a lot of the scenes for that movie. Um,
Okay.
but he knows all the history of all the places. He took us. God, I don't have a picture of it, but took us to the London Tower, and they had
Okay.
all the poppies
Oh
in the
wow.
you know in the moat, all the red
Mm-hmm.
poppies, and they're glass, so you could buy one, and then they, a couple $100, and they put it in a big deal for you, like a large box wrapped, and you could give it to somebody military. They put the poppies in there.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was a really neat deal.
Okay.
I got to say that we've been blessed, my friend. But if you
Yes,
ever
sir.
come up
We
with
have. Mhm.
anything new, I was sitting there thinking about, some of the layovers that we've had have been pretty spectacular, and I don't know if I could write a book about it because I mean, my adventures may not be somebody else's cup of tea,
Right. Right.
but definitely could do a, what not to do or what to do security
Yeah.
wise. Somebody asked me that. What do you do for security? And I tell them, I go, well, first of all, I don't wear a nice watch on the road.
Mm-hmm.
I have an Iron Man that has 3 time zones, so I wear the
Mm-hmm.
Iron Man. I
Mm-hmm.
don't I don't walk around with my phone in my face. If
Mm-hmm.
I have it for directions, I'll pull it out, look, and go, okay, I got to go 4 blocks up here and hang a right, and I'll count them off, and then
Mm-hmm.
I'll double check, put my phone
Mm-hmm.
away. I carry a little plastic thing that's about this big, locking lid, so you can go to the beach in it. It has a lanyard.
Mm-hmm.
At the beach, I would put it around my neck and under my shirt, and then,
Mm-hmm.
if it's swim trunks or whatever, and then just walking around in pants or shorts, I tie it off in the belt loop and then stick it down my pants so
Mm-hmm.
that, somebody can't get it. I have money, US money, old military ID in case I need to identify myself, the room key, and then local money all shoved into this thing. And then I carry a fake wallet that has a bunch of money from Iraq,
Mm-hmm.
and Afghanistan, and I've written Sharpie, "Go do this to yourself. You
Mm-hmm.
get nothing like it." And
Mm-hmm.
it's full of, business cards from all the shops over in Shanghai and Beijing at the tech center,
Mm-hmm.
and old room keys. So
Yeah.
if somebody pickpockets me on the subway there in Madrid, they're gonna
Mm-hmm.
get nothing. And if somebody pulls a knife, then, "Hey, here's a wallet." Um,
Mm-hmm.
there's definitely some things that you can do to, make sure that they don't get the real stuff. But do you do anything
Yeah.
special?
Yeah. I don't carry. Well, I usually don't carry anything. I never bring currency because pretty much you don't need it, unless I know I'm going
Yeah,
to go
true.
shopping and buy something. So I take one credit card and I take, um, I'll have like a couple of dollars US money just to
Yeah.
fill it out. But and my room key, that's it. And
Yeah,
I
that's my
carry it,
merch.
always carried in my front pocket. And I have photos of my driver's license, my military ID, and my
Passport.
passport.
Yeah, I got
And
all that.
yeah, so I mean, the biggest thing is if I were to lose my phone, I'd be screwed. Um, but I usually keep that in my front pocket, or
Yeah.
I have a crossbody bag that I normally wear on my back, but when I'm in traffic, I keep it in the front. So yeah.
Yeah, I do
And
that
I
too.
don't. I usually travel with someone. I usually don't go it alone. Rarely go out alone. Just because I like to have, in the military you had the buddy rule, so you go out with
Yeah.
somebody.
Now, it's crazy. I would walk to the embassies. I mean, I
Mm,
could show you, I've got a coin case up here. It's just full of coins from the embassies around the world. And I would go
mm,
walk to the embassy and talk to the front guard,
mm.
local national, to get to the post one. And then the post one, identify myself as an old retired Marine. And I want to buy a
Okay.
coin because all the embassies are guarded by Marines and they all have different coins. So
Mm-hmm.
that was my PT. It might be 4 miles out from the hotel to the embassy.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my PT, 4 miles out, 4 miles back. And yeah, I'd be tired. What do you do for the time zones? How do you beat what works for you for the time zones?
That one, I've never had an issue with jet lag or fatigue. Um,
Yeah,
in my entire career, I can sleep anywhere. I mean, I slept one deck below the flight deck on an aircraft carrier for many years,
it's a
with
military thing, right?
airplanes getting shot off of the catapults. So yeah, I just sleep when I'm sleepy, and usually, like if we're going to Europe, as soon as we get in, I'll take a 2-3 hour nap and get up and press. But
Yeah,
if I'm not tired, I just stay up and work out, and then if I get tired during the day, I'll take a 1 hour nap. Um, try to really adjust to the time zone I'm in at the time. That's kind of how I deal with it.
Yeah, I get in, crank my if I can't jailbreak it, if it doesn't go
Mm,
low enough for me, I'll Google and search, figure out how to jailbreak the thermostat,
mm,
get it down to 60. I mean, you can
mm.
hang meat in my room, and then I've got a little portable noisemaker, white noise. The
Yeah.
first time I went to London, I thought, man, I'm so excited to be here in
Mm,
like 2008. I'm so excited to be here. And I walked from the Crew Hotel all the way down to the Eye of London.
mm,
Um, and I'm going, "Oh, this is great." That's like from the hotel down to that was about 5 or 6 miles, but I mean, I saw the RAF club, I saw all
mm,
sorts of I mean, I saw everything. But
mm,
by the time I made it back, I was dead. I had fish and chips at
mm,
around 5:30, 6 o'clock, had 1
mm.
beer, and that was it. I went upstairs and slept till noon the next day.
So that
I was whipped.
I did that in London. We got in, and it just happened to be the day the Rams were playing the Jaguars.
Yeah,
And so as soon as we got in, I was looking to see if I could get tickets. Well, I found tickets, so I trekked it. Now I did go out alone on this one, but I went to Wembley to catch the game,
yeah.
and it was so crowded there. Coming back, it just took forever. Stopped at a souvenir shop, stopped, got some fish and chips, got to the room, and I was watching some show on TV, and I may have been awake for 5 minutes. I was out till 7 o'clock the next day, and that was like, I don't know, 8 o'clock at night. I probably slept 10, 11 hours.
Yeah, when I took my daughter over, 2 years ago, and
Mm,
Kevin picked us up from the airport, took us over to our hotel in Twickenham. I told my daughter, I said, "We're gonna rest. You grab your bed, go get in bed. We're gonna sleep
mm.
for about 3 hours." And she's like, "Really? We need to go?" And you're so excited, you wanna see everything. I
Yeah.
go, "Look,
Oh yeah.
honey, trust me on this. It's 2:30, 3 o'clock our body time, maybe 4
Mm,
AM our body time. We've been up all night." I
mm,
go, "Just get a couple hours sleep, and then we'll hit the afternoon, and then you'll go to bed. You'll be tired, and you'll go to bed at a normal
mm,
time, 8, 9 o'clock at night, and then
mm,
you'll wake up fairly normal the next day."
mm.
Whereas, like, it's hard with Honolulu when you go west. In
Mm.
Honolulu, you'll wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning,
Yep.
and you're up because your body
Yeah.
clock, and you're just like, "I'm up, and this sucks because there's
Mm.
nothing open."
Right.
So,
When you
always
can
carry
go
some
on a
food
beach
with.
and watch some incredible sunrises, though.
Yeah, yeah, true, true.
Yeah.
You can make sure you have some food with you, and yeah, that was getting up there. There's Diamond Head walking
Diamond
around.
Head. Yep. Yep.
There's some of the gorgeous stuff we see at night,
Oh wow.
you
What
know,
is that? Is that
um,
the
northern, yeah,
Aurora
Northern Lights
Borealis? Mm.
up near Kef,
Oh wow.
but some pretty sights, and it's just a good time. Um, I feel sorry for people that are slam clickers. They go to the hotel, they lock themselves in the room, they never go out and see anything. I live
Yeah.
for walking and I like taking pictures of the city,
Yeah.
artwork I see, architecture,
Hmm.
like this. I just snapped this on the way in. It is the most bizarre building I've ever seen.
That
It,
is Delhi, right?
no,
Is that Delhi?
that I think Shanghai.
Oh, Shanghai. Okay.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
on the way to the hotel in
Yeah.
Shanghai, and it
Okay.
just interests me because I was looking at it. I'm going, it looks like it's half filled, like they just chopped the building off and ripped it in half,
Hmm. Hmm.
and all the rooms. I mean, it's just kind of a neat architecture.
Hmm.
Of course, you recognize that,
Bidet.
right?
Oh yeah. I'll tell you what, I'm going to say this. Bidets are life changing, and I'm really shocked that they have not taken off in the U.S. And it's funny, you can build a $1 million home in the U.S. and have a regular toilet. Why wouldn't you have bidets? They are life changing, bro.
All right, man. So the first time I went to Tokyo, I flew over to my daughter lived over there, and I flew over to go pick
Mm,
up my daughter and bring her back. and I
Mm,
went with the crew, but I wasn't part of the crew. I flew over, and the crew let me go to the crew hotel.
mm,
So they put me
mm,
on a different floor. So I'm on this different floor from crew rooms, and the
mm,
bathroom is this little tiny like plastic insert that's when they built the hotel, and they just kind of stick this in there and hook the plumbing up. Well, I'm sitting there, and you know, I'm looking at the side, and it's got all the buttons, and I start pushing the button. It goes like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
mm,
30, 35, 40. I'm like, 40 what? 40
mm,
seconds? I mean, I don't know. I can't read kanji. So I started hitting some other buttons, and about that time, I hear the motor zzz, underneath my butt somewhere. And
mm.
about the time I figured out what I'd done, that thing
Oh, you
shot
turned the
40 degrees
temperature.
Celsius
Yeah. Oh
water up
man.
my bunghole, launching me
Ooh.
forward. It went right up the crack of my butt.
Oh.
And now here's insult to injury, right? My pants are down to my ankles. I'm laying half in, half out, screaming like a little Girl Scout. And the water is arcing because the butt off weight off wheel switch hasn't disengaged, knowing that I'm not there. And so it's
Oh my
streaming
god.
water in an arc on me and pissing on
Oh
me,
my
and
god.
it's 40 degrees. That's 100, like 108 degree Fahrenheit.
Oh man.
I'm dying. And so I was flying over to
It
Haneda,
shouldn't
and I'm
even be
telling,
allowed to be that hot.
oh, it was horrible. And I was telling John Ray about that. And he goes, "Do you have a bidet?" And I said, "No." And he goes, "They have the best bidets in this hotel." Okay, great.
Mhm.
Well, I'm a little leery about pushing buttons again, but I go in there and I'm like playing with it because all these
Mm.
years later, I've been in Tokyo. I never touched it because
Oh man.
I got beat. So I started playing with it, and I'm like, "Oh my god, now I know what you're talking about." So
No.
so when I got back, I bought the Bidet 2000 off of Amazon, and
BB 2000, man, the bidet king. I
the
got two
Bidet
of them.
2000, baby. Highly
Yep.
recommend everybody get the
I got
Bidet
two of them.
2000.
One in my room and one in my guest room because my dad turned me on to it. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
say this is his bathroom. I said, Dad, I got you a BB 2000 for your bathroom.
Hey, it's got a heated seat, blows a little air up your crack. I mean, it's
Oh
like,
man, it's the bee's knees, man. You can't. I don't see how people don't. More people don't have them.
oh god, yeah, it was great. Um, we got a couple questions there. Hein, hey, it was a good question. If anybody has a question while I've got Kevin on, throw it up there and I'll put it up. Colin, last year I got my first real TDY for the 80th anniversary of Bastogne. Oh yeah, we were there too. I couldn't stop moving around all the countries. Everything was an hour or so from where we were in Belgium. Couldn't believe I'd gone that long without such an experience. All more motivation, continue your career in aviation. Yes, all the best, gentlemen. Thank you for what you do. Well, I tell you what, Colin, that we did the Normandy 80th, and that Bastogne would have been incredible. You're lucky. We did Normandy, which just that was an awesome trip. And
Yeah.
live anywhere that loves Americans, South France. There was I saw more American flags on every house than we see in our own neighborhood. You know, it's incredible. I really appreciate it. All right. Well, I've kept you on for an hour and 19 minutes, Kevin. I got to tell
All
you, thank
right.
you so much, brother.
Hey, thank you, man. It's a pleasure to do this with you, and I'm glad that we had a, opportunity to see and chat and talk about
Have
some
some
things.
have
Yeah,
breakfast and yeah, have
yeah,
breakfast and sit there
and
and
I
shoot the
think
bull.
the most valuable piece of information is my room in Doha.
Give me a update on that. I
I
want the
will.
trip report
I
on that
will.
one.
Yes, sir.
Because if I ever
Most
get that
definitely.
Doha trip, that'll be I'll buy, get a menu and order some stuff and
Oh yeah,
you know
I'm gonna have. Yeah, that's right down my alley, man. One of my briefing items is, I'm a former military guy. I take care of the troops. Anything that I could do to make your day better, I'm your
yeah,
guy. And
nice.
that's my credo, man. Cancer survivor, life is precious and you just gotta make the best of every opportunity that you have with your colleagues and take care of them. So that's what I do.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, you are an inspiration, and you look the
Yeah.
part, you walk the part. I love hanging out with you, and now I feel like a weak little sister here, talking
Ah,
to a guy that does like marathons and 20-mile
not
roads.
anymore, man. That was a past life, but man,
Hey,
I can't wait to hang out with you and at our tag again this year.
oh, dude, our tags are going to be a blast. Um, Michael, Michael Gass, he's a dispatch, so look for his name.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right, sure
he's
will. Yeah.
dispatch, and if you ever make it down to Brisbane, let me know. I'll get you hooked up with Hein. So
Yeah, I'm definitely going back down there for sure.
yeah, well, I haven't been there yet because I've got my airplane.
I just sent you
The
some pictures from Hamilton Island on your phone, so check them out. Oh, that's nice. That's
Yeah, that
really
was my
nice.
biplane.
Wow. You say that's down in Brisbane?
Yeah, so the guy that bought it is down in Brisbane, and he
Oh, wow.
keeps telling me, hey, you got to come down and go fly your airplane. That was
How'd he get it there?
shipped it, came over, took the
Wow.
wings off, and shipped it over.
Wow.
Yeah, but now the wife got me into that, and now we have just there's my son, my best friend, neighbor, good friend, Rick. Yeah, we have Hummers, and we just drive around in Humvees and go to breakfast and just have fun. Kind of
All
crazy.
right.
All right, brother. Well,
Good.
listen, I'm gonna pull you off and say goodbye, and
All right, brother.
I have a coin for you if you can see that.
Oh,
So I
nice.
got every participant gets a coin. Now you can't put it on eBay like somebody put it on eBay. I couldn't believe it.
Uh,
Somebody sent me a note and said, "Hey man, your coin's on eBay." And I looked at it. I'm like, "Holy crap, $80."
have you seen this one?
Oh yeah, I got that one. Yeah,
I
I've got
got
that
that
up there.
from Randy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Randy Stillinger.
Yeah.
Uh,
He shut me out. I wanted to get on that Normandy trip, but I didn't never hear back from him.
hey, next time call me because he gets 200-300 emails an hour.
Yeah, I want to do that. I want to do an honors flight before I leave.
Oh yeah, let me know.
Yeah. All right.
All right, I'll get you on the list.
All right, brother.
All right, man. I'll talk to you soon. I'll see you at the schoolhouse next time.
Thanks for having me, brother.
You bet.
Take
Hoorah.
care.
Take care. Happy
Right.
New Year. Bye. Hey, folks. Thanks for hanging out. The very first show, the last show I had, Larry Wilcox. So if you ever watched Chips back in the day, if you're a 70s baby like I was, growing up watching Chips, I had Larry Wilcox, and that was a great show too. So go back and check that out if you get a chance. I had him for 45 minutes. An hour and 50 minutes later, he was still telling great stories about Vietnam and his experiences over there. And I'm sure I could probably grab about 5 more guys to talk about layovers and different stories for sure. But I appreciate you all hanging out, and especially Hein and everybody. I love this, man. It was a lot of good participation. So you guys take care. Adios. Hasta luego. Sa wiedersehen. Tschüss. Sheshini. Au revoir. Domarigato gozaimasu. Tano shinde kudasai. Ciao. Rivedici. Assalamu alaikum. Mahala. Doviđenja. And I can't think of anything else. Did I say Das Vidania? Yeah, I did. Trying to think, what am I gonna play? I need to come up with some new ones. Yeah. Anyway, you guys have a good one. Take care. Hoorah.